Hey guys, and welcome from a wonderful marina in Kolding. Today we're gonna drive to Copenhagen, visit a bridge, and well, we'll see what happens. But first I want to show you some really cool stores on the marina. Doesn't this look incredibly idyllic? I love it. Now these are the kind of shops that sell everything from fishing gear through socks, underwear, drinks, chips, whatever you need. Whatever you want, they have it. And everything is jam-packed together. Hello. Don't know if he knew I was filming. Probably yes, seeing his face. True. Never too late to be a rock star. Okay, time to go back to the RV and start our ride to Copenhagen. And after Copenhagen, we will go down to Møn, I believe. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And that's actually where there are some really cool cliffs. And that episode we will dedicate to a very special viewer of us. Corinne, we are going to Møn, watching the cliffs, especially for you. Okay, now this is what I call thoughtful. For people going to the restroom. But no comics. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what we use during the travels. Now, my main shooting camera, of course, is the Sony A7R II with the 24-70 G Master lens. It's a great combination, and we also bring some other lenses. So let's first take a look at those other lenses. Now we also bring the 100 to 400 Sony lens for birds and everything else that's far away. And one of my favorite lenses, the 12 to 24 Sigma, for those really wide angle shots. Of course we have some cleaning stuff, and on the bikes the Sony Action Cam. It's still the 1080p version. And for time lapses, which we didn't do a lot this time, we actually use the Miops, which you can connect to your camera, and you can use it via your iPhone or smartphone, or you can use it via the remote control, because it also has the option to program it inside. Now the back, of course, is a low pro. Now one of the cameras is the dash cam that you see over here. We use that to speed up all the travels. During the travels we of course also bring the Mavic Pro. We really like it because it's a small package. You see, it's only this little bag, and you have the extra batteries, 2 pieces. You have the Mavic Pro including remote control and some extra propellers. Don't ever forget those. And one of the most important things when you fly a drone is actually this. Now this is from Flathead. It's the 16-inch drone pad, because, well, often you have to land or take off from areas that aren't very friendly for the Mavic. And with this you also have a flat surface, so it's easier to lift off and land. Charging in the RV we do with the UPO. And you can put 2 batteries in, and actually you can put different batteries in, but in this case there are 2 Sonys in here. And it's connected to 12 volts or 220, whatever you want. And it charges relatively fast, and on the display you can actually see how far the batteries are. For the vlog we use the A6500. I love that camera for video, and of course the Yobi Pod. And the Yobi Pod is very handy, because you can also use it on the A7R2, although the version I'm using on this camera, it's a little bit on the limit for the A7R2, but it works. If we need a sturdy tripod, we also have our Benro with us, and that's a carbon fiber tripod. Now you might think carbon fiber, that's a little bit expensive. Yes indeed, but remember this, how many tripods do you have at home which are too heavy and you never use? Yes, a lot, right? So in the end you can better just go straight ahead for the carbon fibers, because those are the tripods you literally will use. So save money and get the one you need right away. Now on the Sony 6500 we have of course the Sony Bluetooth microphone, so this one on me and one on the camera, and we use the 20mm Sony lens. It's a pancake lens, so it's a really small lens, and I really like that on the vlog camera because I don't want a big lens on there. Now of course sometimes you can't bring your camera with you, so whatever is the best camera, well, that's the camera you have with you. So that can also be your iPhone. So actually when you see an episode of the vlog, you actually see different kinds of cameras being used. Sometimes you see the A7R2, which can also do video. You see the images of course from the A7R2. You can see video or images from the iPhone. You sometimes see the Action Cam. And of course you see the dash cam. And sometimes even the drone. So one vlog can include many different cameras. The problem of course is getting them all to look almost the same. Now when you do a commercial project, that's very easy because you have time. Remember, with the vlog we often arrive at the campgrounds around 5, and then I still have to edit all the photos and do the vlog. So you could say you're under a lot of time stress. It's not really stress because I love doing it, but you have to do it a little bit faster. So I'm using Premiere, and actually before I go on a trip, I try to get all the cameras looking the same as soon as I press on record. And you can just do that in your picture profile, so add a little bit more saturation or take it away depending on how your camera looks. And after that in Premiere you only have to change it a little bit. And there's still a little bit of difference in color, but hey, it's a vlog, it's a daily thing, and well, I hope people understand that there's a little bit of difference between the vlog and a commercial project of course. And all the editing I do during the trip on Adobe Premiere on the Dell XPS 15. Now editing takes a lot of power, so we actually have an extra battery for the Dell. That's the original power companion from Dell, but we also brought the rough power this time, or you can also use any other devices. For example, I also love the Rich Monkey. The only thing is the Rich Monkey doesn't have a 220 output, so we normally use it with a converter, an inverter to make it 220. But this time we just brought a rough power because most of the times we are actually connected to the mains. And again, when you edit, the battery of your laptop goes down really fast. So if you have a laptop and your manufacturer states you can work on it for 7 or 8 hours. Remember, that's under a very low load. As soon as you start editing, that will probably go back to around 1 or 2 hours. So take notice for that, because editing a vlog can take up to 2.5 hours, and then you still have to render it and upload it. So it would be very sad if you edit your vlog and then you can't upload it because you're out of battery. So always make sure you have enough battery power. Okay guys, thank you so very much for watching today's episode. We ended up about 10 kilometers from Copenhagen, because in Copenhagen the campground was actually all filled up, so we couldn't fit there anymore. But this is a pretty nice campground, and it's only about 10 kilometers from Copenhagen. It has 900 places. Can you imagine that? Wow. So tomorrow we're gonna go to Copenhagen, and that is something we have to do by bike. If you like what we do, please subscribe to our channel, leave comments below and smash that like button. But most of all, tell other people about it so our channel can grow. Thank you so very much for watching guys, and see you again next time. Bye bye.